As a North Indian, I grew up with the cinematic products produced by the Bombay film industry, aka Bollywood, and my only exposure to South Indian movies was either in the Tiger or maybe Nayak, the real hero. And regardless of did I like South movies or not, I understood from that very age that the South Indian cinema is different to what we are used to in the North. In a few years, I realized that even the South cinema is so varied and that each southern state has their own movie industry. Recently, due to some fortunate events, I found myself in front of my TV screen watching a masterpiece of a movie known as Jallikattu. From the very first shot, Jallikattu hooks you in for a ride. The beginning intro depicting the day-to-day happenings of a regular Malayali butcher is one of the most satisfying openings I've ever seen. The level of talent in all departments, be it the videography, cinematography, and the direction, awestruck me. I'm gonna say this once. Liho Jose Pellicer is a beast, and his direction, especially those long one-take sequences, are heartwarming to watch in the Indian film industry. There were moments throughout the movie when I was just staring blankly at the screen contemplating what I had just witnessed. And to my surprise, there aren't enough videos on YouTube that breaks down and analyzes this gem. And you already know what we do here at the Elixir of Wisdom. The perfect way to describe it to my Hindi viewers will be Baal ki khal nikalna. For my English viewers, it will be creating a storm in a teacup. And hopefully for a few Malayali subscribers I might gain, Chaya ko paille ko dum kattu. Sorry if the pronunciation was bad, I would try to improve it in the future. The story of Jallikattu is quite straightforward. A buffalo owned by a butcher who is to be slaughtered has run off that needs to be caught. But the movie is about how this simple event gets so complicated because of various other factors and variables involved. But the highlight for me in this movie has to be the underlying message that it delivers. And that man, despite all his resources and brilliance, is still slave to the same barbaric nature that used to be the key to its survival. There are many other things that it references as well. One particular that I liked was where the buffalo was referenced as the bull of economy. I saw it in a YouTube video somewhere. I mean, if you think about it now, it makes perfect sense as to why this bull of economy will bring down the communist flag. It is also seen as a study of masculinity and its role in our evolution. Jallikattu basically is the realization of that one particular quote from The Dark Knight.
When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
Masculinity is one of, if not the most, debated subjects in the mainstream pop culture nowadays. Everybody is analyzing it and trying to define what it is, while some are just outright accusing masculinity for all the batshit crazy things happening in the world. But in my opinion, Jallikattu is not as much a study of masculinity as it is the study of the animalistic nature of man and the natural law. Too many people see both masculinity and barbarity as the same thing, but in reality, there is a fine line dividing them both. In the movie itself, this barbaric nature is depicted by Anthony and Kuttachan, who fight each other in every way possible in order to assert themselves as the alpha men. Liho tries to lay the point that maybe there is no good or bad, maybe there is just nature. While one man, Anthony, reverts to violence to preserve and protect his livelihood and life, while another man, Kuttachan, uses the same violence to invade Anthony's life and take his resources. I've always been fascinated by nature's laws and its ability to creep up behind our human laws and affect both trivial everyday decisions like should I overtake that car in front of me, and important decisions by people at higher places like should we go to war with a so-and-so country or not. And therefore Liho doesn't really make the argument as to if the masculinity is really toxic or not, but instead tries to show us what the natural law is and that it is chaotic. The balance that we humans are accustomed to is of a static form, where there are rigorous sets of laws that should always be obeyed at all times. The balance that nature aims to provide, however, is not as static, but is dynamic. as it comes, which therefore, from our point of view, seems chaotic. Therefore, Leo Jose Pelliceri's Jallikattu doesn't imply that masculinity is inherently evil and toxic, but instead shows us that masculinity is here and will always be here, and that it is just like any other living traits, and that masculinity will always be evil and toxic from the point of view of a deer, but at the same time it will always be good and necessary from the point of view of a lion. So the question is, who are you? Thank you for staying patient and watching my video till the very end. I would like to take this moment to thank Karthik, a really great friend I made recently and he is responsible for introducing me to the Malayali cinema and exposing me to the work of Leo Jose Pelliceri. To all my viewers, I would like to recommend to go and watch Jallikattu, as it is a breath of fresh air in a world where bland and passable movies dominate the mainstream media. Jallikattu is available on Amazon Prime. Do check it out. It's a really amazing experience. So thank you all for watching my video. Sure do hope to see you guys next time. Also, thank you Mr. Pelliceri for burning this into my ear, because now I just can't get it out.